Good evening. Welcome to an all-encompassing Southern Asian news gathering. This evening we focus our media attention on the up-and-coming developing nation China. Known to be a flourishing country with a growing economy, China enjoys its debut as the world superpower. Excuse me. With a strong financial backing and some of the moist, unique brains in the world, Tommy Wang is waiting in Shanghai to send us his latest. Take it away, Tommy.
你好，什么？我 hello 不知道的我是的，你是什么？好不好？是不是的不对？什么？在哪儿的什么地方打飞机啊？现在我是朋克，我要好不好？不要的现在我要的一起差不多，谢谢啊。
Thank you, Tommy. Riveting stuff. More on that later. Also, popping on later in this evening's programme, we have a very special visitor, currently working on his one-man show, The Rub, all the way from New York, London, Monty Vermont, ladies and gentle types. Monty, it has been a while. I see you're a little busy right now. We are eagerly looking forward to your visit. Be so nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. What are you talking about, you horrible cunt?
Thank you, Monty. As charming as ever. I see you never lost the touch.
Lost the touch? Are you calling me a fucking nonce?
Oh, lovely. On with the programme. Hello. After a rather throaty and abysmal start to the show, I feel I am beginning to settle in. Too much excitement last night in my meaningful overnight relationship. Teaching English across Asia has become as widespread as diarrhea falling from space and as popular as fingers in a convent, some might say. All of the old skills of teaching English have been lost and long forgotten due to the steady influx of migrants from places such as the likes of Neptune, Utopia and Hastings. Teaching English as a foreign language literally means just that. A foreigner can and will teach English to students across the globe. As a freelancer, Margot van der Pilderenbergen-Steenenfeld, an experienced teacher of 2 days, shares with us tonight a unique insight to one extract of her daily life as an instructor in a school of foreign language.
Yeah. Teaching for me is more than just a job. It is a way of life. The means for myself and my race to continue its existence amongst others. We are here to share our experiences and knowledge for the common good. The global language, perhaps universal. It has been quite a struggle for me to get to this level of proficiency, and I would like to help others that may well be on the same difficult path that I once trod. Sorry. Needed to communicate with the mothership. I will, if you permit me, demonstrate one of my most popular teaching techniques that is greatly accepted through Asia. It also teaches students a little more about the world in which they live. Yeah, teaching for me is more than just a job. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to today's class, and since we are stuck for time, without further ado, we will get straight into it. If we are looking down from the sky and onto the center of the Andaman Sea, Can anybody tell me what the nearest landmass feast is? Okay, imagine a clock and the four numbers 12, 3, 6, and 9. Now let's say that number 12 is north. Could anyone here tell me what number south would be?
South is not a number.
Sorry, could you repeat that please?
South is not a number, it's a bearing on the compass.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, could you tell me what number 6
Well,
would be?
that's too easy. Number 6 is number 6, like number 9 is number 9, and number 3 is number
Again,
3.
that is correct. You are an exceptional
Number
student
6 is
today.
at the bottom. It is heading in the southerly direction in the same way as this lesson is going. Number 3 is what time this lesson concludes. Number 9 is when I go to bed, and 12 is the time I hope to get up in the morning, so if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, good skills, Margot. With that profound example, we'll soon have them up on their trailing feet. Moving along ever so slightly, as they have been doing for years.
On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, on the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, on the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot.
Yes, people of the world, it is that time in the show where we listen to the goings-on behind closed doors. We surreptitiously place a microphone in chosen venues around the town, and when it is decided, we switch in and listen. As we are currently in China, On the Spot Eavesdrop tonight is set in a 5-star Shanghai eating house. Let your imagination run wild as you not only try to picture the interior, but in this case, also put yourself at the table and witness firsthand the experience of dining with such high-class clientele.
Eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot.
Wasn't that something? It was the best food I've heard in a long time. Next up, competition time. The prize is dining in the very same eating house. The questions, just 2 questions. Number 1, during this live recording, one continuity error was deliberately made. Did you spot it? Question 2, what does continuity mean? All answers go to mightymoity.com/assemblages/TV show. A link will be provided. I think it's time for a movie review, don't you? Bobby, how are you fixed?
My name is Charles. Not sure how many more times I need to repeat it. Okay, Richard, ready and raring to go as ever. This week's movie, A Place Beyond the Pines, was an absolute treat. Frightfully good film, shit hot. Richard.
Thank you, Bobby. Honed to perfection. Excrement. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just heard from my director that Monty Vermont is somewhere in the building. As we speak, His Excellence of Eloquence is making his way to the green room and will disgrace us with his presence promptly. Oh yeah, Monty, have some of that. After the break, we will return with a view into what it is exactly that makes a clock tick.
My name is Charles.
One and all, welcome back. Regardless of your position in life, there is always a place for you. Maybe you are already in it, and that is all it amounts to. Cue the sad music. Nope, only joking. Life is rich and so full of surprises. As a worried relative said to the gynecologist, you gots to keep your head up, my brother. It is not often that we get at all philosophical on the show, as it is usually wasted on the general public and deemed pointless. However, on certain occasions, exceptions do have to be arranged. This evening is one of those exceptions. It is with my utmost pleasure that I have the honour... Apologies, bodies and genitals. There has been a slight hiccup. We will be returning with Monty momentarily. Meanwhile, let's go back to Shanghai, see how things are developing in China, and witness progress and history in the making.
你好，我们这个神经病干嘛？废话，那个。
Monty, nice jacket.
Thanks. I picked it especially for tonight. Didn't want it to clash with your tie.
So thoughtful, Monty. It ain't for queers. It's a straight jacket. No, I like it.
Shut it, gay boy. Listen, cut the crap, or my boys are going to come round here and cut you up.
Nice, Monty, nice. Gotta love those cliches.
Yeah, do a trick for me and all. I guess it's sort of expected me to do that. Bit like a stereotype, you know? Only different 'cause I'm a cute and cuddly teddy. I mean, there ain't nothing stereotypical about that, is there?
Well, the old view of a teddy was cute and cuddly. It seems like you broke the mold.
You want to know something, lad? I got sick and tired of being manhandled by these brats. They come into my room, get in my bed, wake me up, and start fucking cuddling and kissing me. Jesus Christ, can't a bear sleep? Fuck. I got pissed off with that, taking fucking liberties. There ought to be a law against it. Most of these kids are not old enough to go to school.
Talking of which, I have a picture of you as a young boy.
I remember George taking that. He's gone now. First he lost his ear, then his eyes popped out. Next thing I know, he's on a washing line, pegged up by his remaining ear. Knocked the stuffing out of all of us. Since then, I ain't been so good.
How's the new show coming along?
Well, let me think about it. Okay, basically, society is made up of a lot of cunts hanging round with a bunch of wankers. Wankers that say nothing and will do nothing to upset the status quo. They hang around in groups and pretend to be individuals. Because they are a bunch of wankers that will do nothing to upset the status quo, they're accepted as individuals by default. Now, throw a teddy in there. What happens? Well, they all get a bit soft and make noises like, oh, say stuff like, isn't he cute? What a lovely teddy. And that is without even knowing Teddy's personality. It's an assumption based on preconceived ideas. Society thrives upon ideas passed along by societal participants, i.e. cunts and wankers. They are mostly the same, use the same rules, play the same games. They get together at night, have a few bevies and function.
And what about your teddy society?
This teddy speaks. This teddy listens and questions. This teddy is not for cuddling. This teddy is no ordinary teddy. And there is the rub.
It's a nice enough picture, you know, but I'm not so sure about the subject.
Are you constantly looking into the mirror to check your complexion? Spending too much money on creams and lotions to prevent and fight spots, pimples and acne? How about that hair problem? Going bald or grey? Do you look like this, or this? Well, now you can combat all of these problems in one single purchase. Using a combination of science, technology and a revolutionary practical application, UGG Bag is now available for mass production. Available in numerous colours to match ethnicity and offer more versatility, UGG Bag is your single one-stop solution. We can offer both branded or branding-free options. Put an end to all of your cosmetic worries and put on UGG Bag today.
Before the ad break, we were in the specially modified green room for a briefing with Monty Vermont about his new project, The Rub. Although the information was Spartan, we do have a snippet left by Monty on his egress. Roll the clip.
Monty, I'm not feeling so good. Things have took a turn for the worse. My life is in turmoil right now. The wife, she's gone and took everything with her. The bank accounts, the house and the boat. The country residence by the sea. She's cancelled my life insurance, Monty. The pension, and yesterday I lost my job.
Listen, Roy. You come around my ass, you start giving it fucking hell, I'm desperate, and then you tell me you've lost everything. As a friend, my advice goes like this. You gotta sort it out, son. And that's it. If it ain't done by tomorrow, I'm gonna come around your tent and kick your fucking teeth in. Oh, it sounds intriguing. People of the world, Monty Vermont, as subtle as a Chinaman. Next up, I think we have to squeeze in a YouTube slot. Booby, are you receiving?
My name is Charles. Dear, oh dear.
Okay, Dickie. This month's YouTube vid selection is a rather gruesome slaughtering of innocent goats by a truck driver at high speed. Shocking, really, as the driver makes no attempt to stop. Now, here we are, tootling across a bridge in the countryside. An ordinary day, some nice ambient music to accompany us. Our vehicle slows to let the farmer get his herd across the road. Quite a number of furry little friends. Let them by. Keep your eye on the last group to the left and listen for the signal. Carnage. Ho ho! One more time to satisfy those with a morbid fascination for death. What I find astounding, however, is at the top of the picture highlighted by the red circle, you will find a turf-old goat that just gets up and runs around and around in complete and totally justified bewilderment. Now, check this fellow here in the other red circle. Watch how quickly he rights himself, recovers, goes back to survey the scene, and says to himself, in goat language of course, "What the... that?"
Outstanding! What puzzles me is what would have happened if the camera truck hadn't have moved to let him by. Crunch! I mean, the killer truck was travelling at high speed, and if the camera truck hadn't have moved, well, we'd have no video. On a sick side note, I believe the whole thing was staged. Anyway, booby, good skills. Do we have our live feed from Shanghai? No? Okay. Guest development is an ongoing thing and we can come back to that. Oh, for my earpiece, I gather we can now go to Shanghai. Live TV, isn't it marvellous? It's just so unpredictable. Tommy Wang, what's the latest on development over there? Yep. Okay. Momentum observed.
On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, on the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot, eavesdrop. On the spot.
Magnificent! Yet another random on-the-spot eavesdrop. Apparently, we are circling above Shanghai, ready to pounce on another unsuspecting member of the indigenous populace. Jolly Roger, are you there?
This is the Jolly Roger here. We're waiting for you. We have Team and Graham waiting by those 2 bikes. Are you receiving?
Oh yes, we get the pictures now, but I'm not sure what is happening here. It seems all the parking is wrong. We have 2 guys parked in the road. What is it with this ridiculousness? Isn't that what the pavement's for?
Aye, well, Jolly Roger here. We're returning to base, over.
Jolly Roger, Foxtrot Oscar. We are in the neighbour's house and poised. Intelligent inhabitants of the planet, you need to use your imagination here in order to ascertain just exactly what it is that grips the nation. The mind boggles. Was it a war film? For such a peaceful nation as this, that is about as likely as having civilians playing cards all day. Unthinkable. How about we skip that and move on? Lawai and Guilo, patios and porches, caps and gowns. It has almost been a pleasure. I hear the next show is set in either Cambodia or Thailand. How exciting. It is from there that we will aim to provide you with the latest news, even if it doesn't exist. We go from place to place and put the show together. A travelling circus, if you like, with the world as its marquee. You never know. Soon we could be in a country near you. It's a bit like the Antiques Roadshow. I am the antique, and this show is on the road.
Well, that wasn't very clever now, was it?
Excuse me? Do I know you? Do we have a mutual respect? Have a cigarette. Come on, have a cigarette. Oh, go on. Go on. Take it. Take it. Take it. You know the rules.
I don't care for the rules. They don't apply to me. Apart from that, I don't smoke. I won't smoke, it just wouldn't seem normal.
What do you mean you don't smoke? Everybody smokes, they just don't know it.
You have as much chance in getting me to smoke as you do to get me to cross that bridge again.
Go on, have a cigarette. You must conform. Have a cigarette, go on, have a drink. Have some of that, drink some of that.
You have a bigger glass? I'm not drinking from the same bottle as you.
Concept Orient is set in Southeast Asia and is primarily targeted at the expat community that has evolved out here, even if nothing else has. Until next time we meet, if you are ever passing by, please just keep on going. Good to watch you leave. And remember, we are all restricted only by our own parameters and, of course, the lack of cash. The lack of understanding, appreciation, respect for each other, patience, a whole list of stuff. People of the world, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. Here it comes, the late news just in.
Hi. Did somebody mention my name?